Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It has been about a year. Not many changes, or I should say not many visible changes have happened since. So for those of you who are new here, I started a eye color change journey with laser depigmentation. I decided to go to Mexico and to start this journey. The one question that I get a lot, why even do that? But the reason for me doing my color change, I wanted to change my eyes. I mean, people change their hair color, they do things to their body. And what I realized, there's so many negativity towards people who do this treatment. So I'm not gonna get into that too much. So I went to Monterrey, Mexico back in like September, and I went for my very first treatment. So I did a treatment 1 and 2. With laser depigmentation, you don't have your eye color changed instantly. It's not a one-time session and then you go. Because I think what people are confusing is the other popular treatment that's going on around right now, and that's the keratoconus pigmentation. So keep in mind that one is a instant eye color change because they inject dye into your cornea, which will give you a color change. And I decided not to do that one because I didn't feel like it didn't look as natural. So I decided to do laser depigmentation. And with laser depigmentation, it's not instant. You have to go and do different treatments, and it's gonna be like a long process. So it's not right away you get, blue eyes or gray eyes. So before you go into any of these treatments, they do run an eye exam, and that is done directly in the clinic, just like a few doors down. I am considered level grade 5. So they grade your eyes based off of how dark they are. So 5 being the darkest, 4 being like a light to dark brown. Then you have like your grade 3, which is around like the hazel brown, light brown, caramel. You always have the lighter ones who are like 2 and 1, which are usually like between like a dark blue, light blue, anything. I was told that I was grade 4, but I didn't think I really was. I think I'm more like in the grade 5. But because my eyes are pretty dark when I started, I did not see any change at all in the first 2 treatments that I did with them. So I already knew that I was going to go into this expecting to have to do many treatments. So my goal was to do at least 18 treatments, go from there and determine if I wanted to continue or not. Obviously, I don't really know what to expect, and I don't know how my eyes are going to react because everyone's eyes are very different. Everyone's melanin is very different. And some people have faster results. Some people have slower results. I think I'm having slower results just based off how many treatments I've had. As of right now, I've had 14 treatments. Obviously, they still appear dark brown on camera, but when the light hits it, they do look a little different. At the time when I went, I paid a package of 6 in US dollars, $3,250. I decided to do the 6 treatments because each treatment by itself cost $650 per treatment. So if I would have done the 1 and 2 treatments, that would have been $650 each time I went. So if you do the package of 6, it's kind of like getting 5 treatments plus 1 free. Now keep in mind, prices probably have changed since then, so check with them if you are considering going with Yeux Clairs, and their prices may have changed since I went, but that's what it was when I went. And then also you have to include like the cost of hotels, the cost of flights just to get there. So I'm gonna leave that part out of the pricing just because that's different for everyone, from where you live, where you're flying from, what country you live in. So the cost is always gonna be a lot different. So I completed my first treatment and second treatment. I decided to go again and have my 3rd and 4th. Obviously, I still had not seen any changes. And then I found out that they were actually opening up a clinic in Tijuana, which was gonna be a lot closer for me because from Las Vegas to Tijuana is literally only a 45-minute flight, and the cost to go there would have been a lot cheaper. So I found out when I was leaving that they were going to open the clinic. So I called right away and I said, hey, listen, I'd like to switch my treatments over to the Tijuana location just because it's a lot closer for me. So they told me, yes, we can definitely do that once they officially open, and we would transfer those remaining sessions that I had, which was the 5th and 6th treatment. They told me also that the doctors would be flying from Monterrey to Tijuana to do the services for the existing clients until they actually establish new doctors there. So when I went to Tijuana to have my 5th and 6th treatment, I was told that actually the price there was going to be just a little bit more to have the services done there, which I kind of was a little bummed out because I kind of was hoping that they would honor the remaining treatments that I had for Monterrey to Tijuana and then just start the new package at the new price. It was not that much. I think it was probably like $50 more just to complete those remaining ones. So I saw the same doctor that I was seeing in Monterrey, in Tijuana. The very first time we went, we actually we went on Inauguration Day, and I swear to God, the line to get back into the US was, I would say, 2.5 hours just to cross a border. By the way, the new clinic there is in the new medical building that they just built there, and it's called the New City. Which is actually really nice, and it's very secure. So many doctors work off of that building. They do all different types of treatments. So I felt safe going there. One of the pros about going to the Tijuana location is that if you are flying into San Diego, you can actually just take the train straight from San Diego airport to the border and then cross over. That's what I was doing because it was like the easiest thing. It costs about like $2.50. If you are deciding to go to the Tijuana location, my best recommendation is to stay at the Quartz Hotel, because that is literally next door to the clinic, and they have tons of good restaurants that you can eat at. You can get all your prescriptions if you need to there as well. But yeah, the hotel is actually really nice, and I highly recommend staying there if you are going to the Tijuana location. So I finished my treatments in Tijuana, the 1 through 6, and I decided to continue going and do another 6 treatments. Since I mentioned that they did raise the prices, I do have the price that I paid for the Tijuana location, and that one in US dollars was $3,523. So it was a little bit like $200 to $300 difference, but I mean, it wasn't that much expensive. I prefer to actually go there and pay that extra amount because just for the convenience for me, it was very easy for me to go there. I preferred that a lot better. The cost of travel was a lot less, so I didn't spend as much money in travel anymore than what I was going to Monterrey. But yes, the cost there is a little bit more, but the convenience of going there was a lot better. They do give you medication for the treatments, and that is a different cost. I want to say like the cost of the medication that I spent in Monterrey was like $119. It was for the 3 eye drops that I had to purchase, and then I still had some left over from the 3 that I purchased the first time, so I only bought 2 when I went to Tijuana. So that one was like, $60, and I got that pretty cheap. As far as how much I spent, I want to say with travel and hotels, and obviously I went over the cost of the treatments, I'm still under $12K. I would say I still probably would have to pay a little more to continue this journey. At one point, I was considering doing the keratopigmentation, and I believe that one is like $13K. So I'm still under. If it goes a little bit over, I would be happy, to pay for that. I mean, it's pretty much like the cost of a Chanel bag at this point anyway, so why not? And I'm just gonna do what makes me happy. So at this point, I'm already at 12 sessions with them. And I wanna say that the changes began after the 6th treatment. I started to see a lot of the lightening around my eye. You can start kind of seeing like the brown pigment like come off, and I started to get happy because at first I was getting really frustrated because I wasn't seeing any changes, because if I'm spending this kind of money, I want to see something. And then I was seeing some changes, but not enough to be like completely like happy. So there's this whole like within the community of people who do this, and I don't want to get into it too much because everyone has their own opinion, their own perspective, their own clinic of choice that they prefer to go to. And it's so toxic. If you guys are a part of this community, you may know what I'm talking about. So I was not seeing enough changes with Yeux Clairs that I was starting to kind of doubt like what's going on with the new staff, the new clinic, whatnot. And I decided not to do another 6 treatments. So I went back and I just decided to go and just do 2 sessions with them. And that was gonna be it, because I was determined to see like what changes will I have after this 13th and 14th treatment. I was already like on the point where I'm just not seeing enough changes with this clinic to justify what I've already paid, if that makes sense. So I went back, I saw another doctor. I was like not liking this whole change because for one, I thought I was gonna see the same doctor I saw last time. They didn't tell me, and then I'm seeing a whole another doctor. You know, when you go to these clinics, you kind of like trust in the one person that you've been seeing throughout this journey, and that wasn't happening. So I was already like irritated. My eyes have lightened, not by a lot, but to a point where like if the sun is glaring in my eyes, you can definitely see something changing. They still look brown to most people, but for those of you, or for those who know how this progression happens, you can definitely see the change, and they have a glare in direct light, and you can see the color getting lighter. So they are still like in that dark gray phase, because they go from a dark brown to a light brown to a dark blackish, and then they start lightening slowly to a lighter gray, and then they go into that blue phase. So right now, I would say with 14 treatments that I've had, it's not entirely visible, but you can see it. But to the haters out there, I don't care what you say, there's definitely some change. Obviously, you're not gonna see blue eyes right now because I'm not done yet. Again, this treatment with laser depigmentation is gonna take at least 24 plus treatments for me to see like a full light blue eyes. Again, this all determines on your genetics, how fast you react to the treatment. So people again will have faster results, some will have slower results. And I feel like I'm one of those people that will have a little bit of a slower progression, but I'm not giving up. I'm going to continue the treatments, and I'm actually going to a new clinic. I will be going to ICL, Iris Color Laser. So they're based in Guadalajara, and I will start a whole new sessions with this clinic because I'm no longer going with Yeux Clairs. And I'm definitely going to take you guys along with me. I actually just went last week to get my eye exam, and we went to the clinic, got my prescription for my glasses and my contacts, and the doctor said that my eyes are fine. Like, my prescription literally has not changed. There are still more changes to come. I'm gonna vlog this whole experience of going to Guadalajara for you guys. Again, it's gonna take many sessions, so I'm not complete. Obviously, my eyes are still on the brown side, but hopefully in the next year, I do see a bigger change, and I hope to continue vlogging that. So that's gonna be it for this video. I hope I was able to give you guys enough information of what's been going on. So until the next one, I will see you, and stay tuned for that Guadalajara video. Bye.